Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time, and instead of just doing this inside of a cover, I just wanted to make a whole update video. Gonna try and keep this short. I am a professional yapper, so short is not exactly my prerogative, but whatevs. If you've been on my channel for a long time, you know I have mental health struggles, a lot of them. And life has gotten very, very messy and all over the place. All that is to say that I want to keep posting. I have recorded a crap ton of covers in the time that I haven't been posting. I have all of a sudden gotten cold feet about posting them though, which is interesting because I think that is a very much a marker of how bad I've been doing. Like, I made this channel specifically to shed my shame about posting and singing in public, and it's helped a lot. Gotta say that. I would say that I've improved a lot. In general as a person and in general on my channel. I still got issues because one, I don't warm up. No good. It's like not tuning your instrument or like replacing things and making sure it's like actually up to standard before you absolutely pump some tunes out in there, you know? It's not gonna go well, it's gonna break. Yeah, vocal cords are an instrument. Vocal cords need some TLC. And I was just trying to sing Epic 3 from the original cast recording of Hadestown, and I can't hit those notes like I used to. Anyway, I'm gonna do my same thing. I know I sing a lot of the same songs. I know. That's like my thing. Jesus. It's just they're my favorite song to sing. And I just like, sometimes I get a little bit of cold feet about going out and doing something different. Especially just because, as far as I've come, I still lack confidence as a singer. And, yeah. Life update. I'm open and honest on this channel, right? I had to take a leave of absence from college, which, if you don't know, that is a lot because it means I had to withdraw from all my classes, pretty much scrap my semester, because that's how not well I was doing. Had a lot of issues going on. And why am I admitting this right now here on my small channel? I don't know. I guess I've not gone A to B about this yet to myself, and this channel is pretty much like a video diary for me with singing. And I at the moment feel very directionless, and I'm very scared that I'm not going back, even though like I've been assured that that's still an option. Well, sort of. Things are messy. Let's say that. For all 26 of you are still here, I just want you to know that it's not worth struggling by yourself. Even when you think that you can figure out things on your own, it's not worth the pain of figuring things out on your own. I think that's what I've learned a lot, is that I really have to lean on other people. I keep having to relearn this lesson many times over in my life. And when I sing, it is an outlet for me. Like, singing is everything. And I want to sing, and I want to get through my degree. I want my degree, like, really badly. It's just been really screwing me up because I am struggling academically, like, hard, and it's embarrassing. I don't work much, not a great group project member, admittedly so, and yeah. The stress of having even worse group project members that I had to, for once, carry my own group project, was so bad that I got injured. I found out by myself recently that I get a lot more clumsy and a lot more prone to injury when I'm really stressed out. And so in the past year, I have gotten burns. I had a 3rd-degree burn on my fingers and a 1st-degree on my thigh from trying to cook at 2 a.m. after having a horrible day. That, of course, got worse into the next day because 2 a.m. Then I got another burn, like, for fading, but I am been burning myself a lot, not intentionally, by accident. I sprained my knee very badly, got a contusion in my foot. That was Thanksgiving break. And why am I saying all of this? I need to remind myself why I left and why I do this channel. Okay. I think I'm gonna say some stuff out loud just so that I can. I want to become a chemical engineer, like, really bad. And I didn't know I wanted to become a chemical engineer until I got into college. And wanting something really badly, I always aim for what I want. I always aim big and I aim high. I always want to do the most and the most. The last time I did too much was junior high school. I think that's when I started this channel. I was in 10 clubs and 4 AP classes during the pandemic, hybrid. And I was working a job. One of those clubs was sport. That was when I first got diagnosed with everything, and that's why I started therapy. Now, I not only had to go inpatient, I had to leave school for the semester, and I'm taking a semester off to really make sure I get my head on straight before I go back, because I don't want to go back and fail. I want to go back and do my best and be okay. I made this channel because when I started it, I have a lot of confidence issues with myself, and I tend to hide when I have a problem. I don't like to share it to my own detriment, because in order to solve a problem, you need to ask for help, right? And I didn't ask for help until I had to ask for help. Until I had to. And that's a terrible place to be. Now, as for chemical engineering, going to those orientations, it was like I had a dream all over again. And I had never felt that type of, like, academically, I was like, oh my gosh, I can do that. if I just commit to this, I could be here. And this semester, I had full circle moments. I finally had joined a choir. I finally had my first art exhibit. I finally was in the class that we had orientation in, where I even got the where I even got inspired to become a chemical engineer. I was in that class. Like I was enrolled in it, and I was floundering. By the time I had gotten where I wanted to go, I was suffering. And that broke me a lot. And I wasn't being honest with myself about where I was and how I was doing. So I kept trying to push through, and also tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. I lost my aunt over winter break, and I didn't know her all that much, so it can seem very dumb that losing somebody I didn't know in the first place would tear me down so much. But I don't know. It's been a while, and something about losing her just reopened my eyes that the people in my life are not invulnerable, nor are they everlasting. And then there's this thing with grief. You have anniversaries, and this semester I realized that both my great grandma and my grandma died in February. I also just have trauma with Black History Month. Hello, I am from a white town. Need I say more? I have a trauma around that month, and I was like, I want to make this February good this time around, and it was, because I got to do so many good things. The performances that I did with my choir and my art exhibit, and like feeling like I belong somewhere. The grief was tearing me and eating me alive. And my friends were also falling apart as well, and my bestie attempted, and it was just a lot to carry on my own shoulders. I felt this enormous weight on me that I didn't want to talk about. I felt overexposed, and I felt like I had to tell everybody what was going on with me, or they wouldn't understand why I wasn't doing well or why I wasn't keeping up. So I kept telling whenever I could, and it wasn't even that often, but even just the little bits was exhausting. I was burnt out from last semester of trying so hard, and I still failed a class. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Since being home, I started reading again. I started creating again. Started singing again. But I don't quite like being so home right now. Like, I want to be out and doing things, advancing my career. I want to be in school, taking my classes, pushing, graduating soon. And I'm not anymore. And it's like, I have this immense like guilt. Oh my god, my job. I had the perfect job too, and I had to leave it behind. I had to completely leave it behind, and I crashed and burnt with it too. I completely messed it up, and I had to, or I wouldn't have made it. Depression is one hell of a fight. So is anxiety. So is ADHD. So is PTSD. And I want to be more than the sum of my parts. And I want to be an academic weapon again. I want to do well in my classes. I want to communicate. And I want to overall just be better. What's funny about that is that I set that goal at the start of the semester as well. So, right now is like, I've been selfishly being by myself. I feel selfish. Even though I have to. I'm not selfish enough a lot. But at the same time, I have things I need to get done. People I want to be there for, and I have dreams and goals. I think I just need to just be able to do what I'm gonna do. I want to try instead of run. Random tangent. Edge's a song cycle. Really emotional musical to do during the pandemic. Holy crap. Pasek and Paul. Even though that musical seems to be buried as all get out, I don't understand why. Because, oh my god. It's not well written. That's probably why. They're known for La La Land and Dear Evan Hansen. And then there's Edge's song cycle. So, I understand hiding your flaws and stuff like that. But I want to post more on a YouTube channel. I started an audiobook, and then I found out that I might need permission from the author to do an audiobook. And I don't quite have permission to do so. Although it's uncertain, and I really enjoy it. So I'm hoping that I can get permission. When I set goals and I don't actually achieve them, I feel like a load of crap, and I feel very useless. All of this to say that the fact that I haven't been posting here, not a good sign for me. The channel's 4 years old, and I recognize that I post frequently here, specifically when I am tethered to time and I'm really keeping up. But when I don't, it is during times where I am not checking in with myself, and that's not good. So, every hiatus is a bad point. It has been. I've had big changes. I didn't cut my hair again. This is just twists. Very boyish twists. This is my favorite gender presentation button-ups, and it kind of gives like a faux mullet look to it, which I love. And I can do my half up, half down thing. Yeah, trying not to be stuck and just depressed all the time. Hard. Very hard. and I don't want to be stuck. But I need a better way of holding myself accountable when I'm not doing what I need to do. Be more responsible about my life. The last time I made one of these videos, I wasn't diagnosed. I think it was my mental health as I perceive it. It was the video. I don't know if I still kept it up, but again, other low points. But I am determined to rise above. To rise above it. And 'cause I know that's how you'd want me to respond. Yes. There's been some confusion, for you see my roommate is unusually, peculiar, and altogether quite impossible to describe. Blonde. Oh, but yeah, I feel bad that I don't post. I feel bad for you guys, and I feel bad for me, because people subscribe to me for my singing and stuff like that. And I've recorded so many times. I need to start posting all of my links to the soundtrack karaoke's that I use. Anyway, it's 2025. I'm about to turn 21. Started this channel, I think I was 17, so yeah. It's been a good while. I want to give you theatrics. I want to give you acting. I want to give you consistency. And I want to give you quality. But the quality part, that's like my biggest thing I gotta work on. Didn't you say consistency? You know, I'm posting in like months. Yeah. Oops. Whoops. So as I said, when I said I started this, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be quick. 22 minutes later. To wrap it up as a TLDR, I am trying to exist, and I'm trying to get myself back on my own feet. I'm gonna take classes this fall. We're not gonna just take a full break. And I gotta get a job. I'm slowly starting to get a job. I did a pop-up shop that was not very successful, but it was a pop-up shop. It was something. So I'm selling bookmarks. I can't go live on this channel yet. I wish I could, because then I would just like rapid fire some. But all that to say, still not doing hot, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through my backlog, and I'll give you daily. I'll do a daily instead of like putting them week by week by week, because there's so many of them. And yeah, so expect to see those, and when I get claims and stuff like that, I'm going to try and make sure I get as many of the links to the soundtracks that I use. I'm trying to get more responsible about the way I post. Sue me. Don't, please. But because I get copyright claimed a lot. Not by the parties that should be copyright claiming me, which is why I dispute them, but I like doing this channel, and I don't want it to be dead anymore. I want it to thrive, and instead of just like cowering, I want to just keep up. For all you peoples out there who may or may not see this video, if you are floundering by yourself, there's always community around you. Even if you can't see that, there's always community around you. Especially right now, you have to be in your community, and you have to reach out. and find your people in person, tangible people, because online is a good substitute, but it's not great all the time for actually genuinely feeling like there are people behind you. Tangible is like, it's important. So don't be like me, and don't hide away from everybody you love, who cares about you, who's going to help you out. All right. Use kind, use smart, use important. I love you so, so, so much. Have a beautiful, wonderful, fabulous day. Goodbye.